They're always doing this. They overpromise and they underdeliver. Wrestlepalooza was considered a flop even by ESPN. And now we're diving into what happened after Raw, where we're going right now, and the way that it's all going. Right now, we're all talking about Crown Jewel, so that better recover because we know the WWE likes to go all out in the kingdom. So we'll have to see exactly what happens, but there's a lot of critique going on, and it's exactly the problem that the WWE continues to have. Welcome to Ringside Riffs by Andres Cortes. I'm just gonna jump into it. Every single problem we saw at Wrestlepalooza at Raw, and just how egotistical Triple H is putting his wife in, and not only that, showing his expression. Man, the guy doesn't really care about the people, the guy cares about himself. We've seen it in his WrestleMania entrances, we've seen it in his whole career. Jesus, it's him and it's all about the game, and it doesn't make sense how you play it. Now, we all want to make sure that he continues to be the one in charge because he has pretty much done and continues to do his job. He has done the few changes, he has done those things that make sense in the WWE, but at the same time, we're left scratching our heads. Why are they continuing to do these type of things? Number one, jumping into it, John Cena against Brock Lesnar. Did it make sense to you that Brock Lesnar, the man who hasn't been here in a while, now finds himself coming back and pretty much destroying John Cena? What does that mean for Cody Rhodes? The guy who lost the title against John Cena, the guy who at SummerSlam had this one-on-one match and it was pretty closely, the guy who went against Sami Zayn. Also, I mean, just the way that John Cena got destroyed, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't put it right, because that means everybody else can be crushed by Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar shouldn't be coming into this company with another mentality of crushing people. I mean, the guy had a belly. The guy didn't look as fit as he might have before, and he definitely doesn't have that character that people want. So at what point are we gonna be listening to what we're actually saying? Get Brock Lesnar out of there. There's a sign in the audience and they're all saying, oh my god, Brock, you're not even supposed to be here. And they're right, they're not. It's supposed to be that it's John Cena against AJ Styles, John Cena against Cody Rhodes, John Cena against Edge. Yes, Edge. Adam Copeland over at AEW, he made a little shout out. He got the 5-knuckle shuffle, and it was all in tribute, a better tribute than when we got to see in Wrestlepalooza what Brock Lesnar did to John Cena on his retirement tour. I mean, Brock Lesnar was supposed to end the retirement tour early. He pretty much came in to give us a showing that he's still a dominant piece. This is all Triple H. Don't forget, that's all Triple H's head. He wanted it. He wants us to think that we want Brock when we were saying we want Cross, Karrion Kross. So, getting frustrated with development, with the CEO of the company, with whatever you want to call it. Triple H's vision is all about himself. It's all about his ego. It's all about the game. He's put his wife now in the Hall of Fame. He's continued to move up his characters into this whole storyline, not caring about what we actually wanted. A nice John Cena victory. This is only leading up to a part 2 of a Brock Lesnar against John Cena, where the hero can finally retaliate against the villain and get his win. But do we even want to see that? I mean, I'm gonna ask you seriously, do you want to see that? Leave me below in the comments down below. Put a like, put a subscribe. Let me get into the interaction, be involved in your life, so we can all talk about wrestling. Now, moving on, Stephanie Vaquer, we all should have known. If you didn't, you should have known that she was gonna win. I mean, it was pretty obvious. They just took the title away from Io Sky. They just brought Asuka back, and they got all this Kabuki Warrior thing going on. And of course, Stephanie Vaquer, she was left for a while without a storyline. Now they're putting the title on her. They said they waited way too much, and now La Primera is right there as as the champion. It's interesting because the few storylines are already lining up right now. We had, of course, Io Sky being one of the first pretty much rivalries that she's had, but that's already gone because she's won the title. Now we got the future planning ahead. Rhea Ripley, we're gonna have to go against pretty much Tiffany Stratus. Anybody else against that? I don't know. Tiffy time for Crown Jewel. I mean, I do know that they have Crown Jewel coming in, but right now Stephanie McCare, even though she won the title, she doesn't have any storylines planning in, and that's the short sighting. Maybe they did think that Naomi was gonna be able to carry up the title a little bit more. Maybe they thought that Naomi wasn't gonna get pregnant, but that surprise definitely we can tell that nobody knew that was gonna happen. Storylines were already made and now they're being shifted around, and this is a great opportunity for Stephanie McCare. I mean, it seems like they weren't gonna be putting on the title on her for a while. She's one of those NXT ladies that were raised up. Roxanne Perez is with the Judgment Day, and unfortunately for the Prodigy, she should be doing better, but she's locked in right there, and I guess that's good for her. She's lost the tag team titles, and I don't really like how they're playing that out, but alright, we get to see Roxanne on a daily basis. She's becoming a daily superstar. That makes sense. Juliana, what's happened to her? The United States title. I mean, I understand they might be a language barrier. She might not be cutting promos, but in NXT, the Beautiful Madness was actually more involved. I don't understand how it could be that she's not pretty much involved in the SmackDown brand. She's just walking around with the title. She has someone else talking for her, and then when it comes to time to show a match, she's just pretty much not winning cleanly, and that's very disappointing. And now Stephanie McCare, another person raised up from NXT, from that same little branch of really impressive ladies. Now she has a title. Maybe she doesn't have the storyline, but definitely it's a good improvement. We have two NXT champions at the moment, which is pretty impressive to say. We have Tiffy Time on one side and of course Stephanie McCare, and that's just to show you how much improvement there has been in NXT. If you're not watching NXT, make sure you go, because the next superstar to come up is gonna be from there, with so much interesting stuff happening. But we do have to put a storyline over to Stephanie McCare. Now, the Kabuki Warriors, we got to see with what happened last night in Raw. They all ended up there. They're over here turning on Io Sky. Asuka is now gonna be a heel. She's forcing Zari K, and now we're here looking at pretty much what the storyline's gonna be there. Rhea Ripley got kind of involved. There's gonna be some type of tag team match. You know, the WWE loves to put tag team matches, even though they're not really respecting those tag team titles. I mean, isn't that the irony of the fact? Now, in other senses, there's so much going on. Dominic Mysterio against Rusev pretty much coming up, and much more, but we'll just gonna continue to watch it because it's gonna be Crown Jewel next. We got SmackDown coming up and much more wrestling news. Thank you for watching.